when it comes to this episode 4 of Keion, I would personally definitely will say this. I think this is not one of the strongest episodes I've seen. I will definitely will say it. There was some fan service. I would definitely will say it. Not really. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. So sorry about that. Not on the level of fan service that you usually see when it comes to edgy anime or something like that. It's not really based on kind of like that and stuff like that. It's just kind of like a slice basically like kind of like fan service and stuff like that. That's just basically you definitely will see. I kind of want to personally, I definitely want to say here, I think this episode was definitely a very good summarization, basically, learning how to work together, work together as a band, learning how to, to do things operating, and, the practice and stuff like that. When you're basically in a band, you have to practice. You have to learn how to play guitar right. You have to learn how to play the bass right. You have to learn how to sing right. You have to learn how to do the drums right and stuff like that. You have to learn how to basically to do those things, because if you're not learning how to basically do those things, then you're not going to succeed basically being a band. And when you're coming up against other band members also as well too. I think what's her name? Miui. I do think that's her name. Mayumi or Miui, whatever her name is. The girl with the black hair. I think she was the one that brought up the idea that they should practice and stuff like that. I definitely do think that is a really great idea for her, for her to basically really do that. But why does she really want to do that? Well, because the reason why she wanted to do that, because she's discovered something, basically like old junk that you see basically in school. Because sometimes you see some old treasures that you've never seen before. So basically what she seen was basically an old treasure basically of a cassette tape. Now cassette tapes, we do have them, but they're kind of obsolete basically nowadays. And she also had a portable radios or stuff like that. You basically are the ones that you basically put batteries and stuff like that, and you just take it on the beach, you just listen on the beach. It's kind of like the 80s, kind of like an 80s radio. But they're very, very, very scarce and very extremely hard to find. I wish you could find those things. I really wish I wanted those so badly. Back in the days, I've always wanted those radios. You just hang on. You have your surfboard and you're just listening to the radio and you're jamming out. You're having fun out there on the beach. And stuff. If you're hanging out with your friends, you're seeing all the guys, all the cute girls and stuff like that. Whatever you basically are seeing. And stuff like that. But I would personally definitely say I think those were the best days to it really actually is. I think I was very happy to really to see that, seeing the radio and stuff like that, and seeing the cassette tapes and stuff like that, and how they record the music basically back then, because they usually have like, I don't know, some kind of big old tape thing that records and also records it on the tape also as well too. And they basically do that, and basically do it. It takes a lot of precious time for them to record music. But it also takes a lot of money to also do that also as well too. It can take like hundreds, thousands of dollars, maybe $1 million, maybe possibly even maybe more, and stuff like that. Take as instance of Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift, she's very popular. She's a very big pop superstar. I'm not the biggest fan of her. Personally, to be honest with you, I understand a lot of people definitely like her. I'm not the biggest fan of her. I really don't like her all that well. I don't know if she really sings really all that good or not. I really don't know. I think she lip syncs in concerts. I think this just absurd based on what she does and stuff like that. That's just personally my opinion. But I think that basically, to be honest with you, is the way how she makes her music, not just because the outfits and stuff like that she wears, because the way that she sings, the way how she interacts with the crowd and stuff like that, or whatever that she definitely does, and also basically the record albums that she sells also as well too, and stuff like that. That's very important also as well too, because because albums are very important, like having the CDs, or you can download them from your phone, or you can or maybe you have like an Apple phone, you can download music from your Apple phone and listen to it and stuff like that. But usually you have to buy those because in order to basically listen to the music, or you can just probably just listen to some of your favorite songs. Like I like to listen to most of my favorite songs, like Pandora. Pandora is a very good place for me. I happen to definitely like it. I'm not the biggest fan of Spotify. I'm not the biggest fan of that, but I think Pandora is a very good variety because it has very good music. Something I really definitely like. The music I kind of like is I kind of like the 70s, 80s, the 90s. Some of the older music I do like. I do love to listen to. Like Elvis Presley, the Beatles. Some of those guys I like to listen to sometimes, but not really all the time. But I respect their music and stuff like that. I would personally definitely will say music is very, very important. It's a very important tool, instrument for everyone to basically really to learn and really to listen and really to listen and hear the magic of the sounds and stuff like that and stuff like that. And stuff like that. And some people will probably say, well, I can live without music and stuff like that. Yeah, some people could live without music, and some people that really could. But I definitely would personally definitely say you can hear music basically in your own mind. You can make up how you basically definitely want it, how you basically take out this or take out this and go outside and stuff like that. You can hear different sounds of different varieties and stuff like that. And your brain can pretty much mix it up and like make it into a different music, whatever you basically definitely want. Even though my AC is humming right now, I don't know if you guys hear that. It's kind of like a beat to it, but it kind of can be annoying. But even though I'm used to it, I'm used to it. But what I definitely want to say here is that. Recording albums, recording tapes, or whatever it is that you're recording it's a challenge. It's a huge challenge. It's not easy. It really is not. My first cassette tape I ever had was Britney Spears. I got that for I think I got that for my birthday. I pretty did. That was my very first cassette tape I ever gotten because I wanted it so bad, because I needed it so bad, because I was a big fan of Britney Spears, but not really that much, because I kind of like her older music, but her new music just didn't really sit well for me. But I love her older music a lot more better, because her older music is something I definitely like. Because I happen to like the older music. But sometimes when it comes to new generation music, sometimes I probably will listen to it, but sometimes I probably won't, because it's not really basically like my cup of tea. It's just really basically what it's not. But I personally definitely will say here is that Miami is basically right. They definitely do need practice. They definitely need a lot of time to understand. But sometimes it's okay to basically have fun. And just have some fun, just to relax. But sometimes when you have too much that fun, you have that luxury, basically saying like, oh, I have so much of that luxury I want to do, but I feel like I don't want to do it. So I definitely do think that it's very important for a band, or basically for a singer, to practice what they do, and to understand the backgrounds, what they do, and the music and that they bring to the table. Also as well too, especially in going to concerts and stuff like that. Like I said before, I'm not the biggest fan of some different concert people that I definitely don't. I'm not saying I hate or I personally don't like. It's just something I find it kind of absurd to me. That basically to me is basically that I just think that there's some certain singers out there will just do whatever it takes, just do whatever it takes, just to lip sync, because that's just how they do it nowadays. Back in my days, they really didn't do that. They really did not, because that was just the days I used to listen to, because those were just the modernization of music, because those were the real action basic of music. That's basically what I definitely think. But when I look at the new generation of music, sometimes they are like that, but sometimes they really are not. But I do respect their generation. But But when it comes to like an old guy like me who's 44 years old that loves kind of old music, that's just basically what I definitely do think. But yeah, everybody has their own taste in music. Everybody really basically does. And music, like I said before, is very important. I think it's a very important aspect. And I definitely do think that is really extremely important for me and for me and for you. I think whatever that we like, whether it's gospel, Christian, country music, rap, hip hop, pop, Christmas music. Everybody loves Christmas music, or whatever music that we like. And stuff like that. I respect all people's different of taste in music. Sometimes people like listen to opera music. I'm not the biggest fan. Listen to that. I know some people do like that kind of music. That's something that they like. Or some people do like jazz music. Some people do like jazz music, maybe no singing into it, because maybe they just want to hear the sounds of the vibration of that. So yeah. But yeah, anyways, that's it for this animated review. Tell me what you guys think. Do you guys like this video? Excuse me, not like this. What you guys always thoughts about what I say? What do you think about Mayumi, or Mayumi, whatever her name is, about her? Just basically just telling the rest of the gang, telling them to say like, hey, we need to practice. That's what we really do, and I think it's very important to me. But yeah, anyways, this is I'll see you guys later. Take care. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Don't forget to subscribe. Please consider subscribing. Please leave a like. Give me a thumbs up or give me a thumbs down. And please leave a comment. So, love you guys. Take care. Hope you have a wonderful day. And I'll see you guys later. Take care. Bye.